Από το Μαρόκο, ο Μοχάμετ Γιασίν μας είπε πολλά και ενδιαφέροντα για τις δραστηριότητες, τους φίλους του, τις σχέσεις του με τους Κύπριους και με τις Κύπριες. Mohamed Yassin, you are here in Cyprus the last 4.5 years and you come from Morocco. What brought you here in Cyprus?
At the beginning, I didn't want to come to Cyprus. I was planning to go to the States and I applied for visa, I was rejected. Then I decided to come to Cyprus because some friends of mine, they were coming here and we were the first group of Moroccan students coming here to this island.
Two different cultures, two different countries. Was it difficult at the beginning? Or is it still difficult?
I think it was kind of difficult, but I was prepared for it. I mean, the first day I decided to go abroad, I knew that I'm going to face some difficulties. So, I mean, I didn't complain at all. I came here, I started working on getting integrated in the local society. I started making friends. I focused on my studies. I wanted to learn the language, especially because when I came the first time here, I didn't speak English at all. So my first key was to learn the language, so to be able to communicate with the others.
And you study at college? What are your studies?
Well, I go to Americanos College, and I'm doing business administration, and I'm finishing this semester.
Okay, and your plans for the future? Are you going to stay here in Cyprus and ask for a job or something?
I don't think so, because I'm thinking to continue my master degree, and I want to do my master degree in political studies.
Where?
And until now, I haven't found a specific university. I don't mind any country. I care more about the college or the university where I'm going to be able to continue my studies. So most probably I'm going to go to Canada, to the States, or maybe to Sweden.
How do you see life in Cyprus?
Well, I think it's very, very normal for me. I mean, life here, it's very similar to life in Morocco. I mean, the weather is almost the same. Even the culture is not so different. I mean, Cypriots are more close to the Middle East than to Europe. And the local society is kind of conservative. We cannot say that they are very open-minded, or I don't mean conservative in negative way, but they are very conservative, like the Middle East or like the Arabic countries. And
Do you think there is racism in Cyprus?
my personal opinion is that the level of racism here in Cyprus comparing to other countries is almost the same. But there are some foreigners that are complaining a lot of racism. I prefer to say why these foreigners are facing this racism. And also at the same time, I want to say that there are some Cypriots here in Cyprus that are facing racism as well. I mean, if you are Cypriot, if you are not good looking, or sometimes just from the appearance, if a Cypriot guy doesn't look good and if he goes somewhere, for sure he's going to face kind of racism. Maybe he's going to ask for something, they will tell him, okay, wait, I'm coming back to you. And if somebody is looking good, or the appearance of person is like attractive or whatever, they will respect him. Doesn't matter if he's a foreigner or not.
So you didn't have this kind of experience?
I have it.
You did?
Yes, but it was like very normal. I mean, even if I was in my country, I would face the same problems maybe. Once, I was living in a hotel. And one old lady, she was responsible in this hotel. She was very nice to me.
Okay.
And one day, she knew that I am a Muslim. And she was like kind of, oh, Muslimanos. But, I mean, it's just kind of ignorance. She didn't mean to insult me. She wasn't racist as well. But just kind of ignorance.
And you felt bad?
No.
Uncomfortable?
Because I kept looking at the good things she was doing with me, not at
the positive,
the negative words she said about Muslim or whatever. No,
Okay.
because she kept being very good to me. I mean, she didn't change herself because she knew that I'm Muslim. She was very good, and she kept doing the same with me.
At college, do you mix more with Cypriots or from people from Morocco?
If you ask me about my college, I'm mixed more with foreigners. Why? Because when I came here, I came with other 15 Moroccan students. And all those 15 Moroccan students, they left the country. So I'm the oldest generation of Moroccans here.
So
and I don't have classmates from my country.
Okay.
Like when I have class, maybe 1 or 2 Moroccans that are studying with me. And most of the time I'm mixed with internationals. Cypriots, Europeans, Asians, Africans is the same.
Okay. And what are you doing on your free time?
I do a lot of things. I like to play football. I'm going to play football, and usually with Cypriot friends or with African friends. I do social activities. I'm the president of the International Students Association here in Cyprus. We have a lot of activities. I'm part of the Cyprus Youth Council, so I'm also involved in a lot of activities that are organized by Cypriot organizations or associations.
You didn't regret your decision to come to Cyprus?
No, not really. I'm enjoying it, and even if I leave Cyprus, for sure I will come back to Cyprus one day to see my friends, or maybe to tell to my children, well, here where I was living, and here where I was playing, there where I was studying, and all these things. I have good memories about Cyprus.
Would you ever marry a girl that is not Muslim?
It's allowed. I mean, for Muslims, they are allowed to get married to Christian or Jewish. As long as she believes in God, we are allowed.
There's no problem with this?
Well, according to the religion, we are allowed. I mean, there is no problem for sure.
What about you? How do you feel about this?
About what?
Your girlfriend, for example, is from Cyprus?
Well, I don't know.
You don't know? Personal questions, huh?
No. I prefer to say I had a girlfriend from Cyprus.
Okay.
And now I'm single. I mean, I don't have a lot of time to stay here. I mean, I'm leaving from Cyprus probably by 1 year or something. So I don't want to be involved in very serious relationship. Then at the end of the year, I'm leaving, and she's crying, or like we are in love, and I'm going to another country, and I don't want to have any influence to change my plans for the future. Because maybe if you have a girlfriend and she is here in Cyprus and you love her, instead of going somewhere to study, you will decide, well, I don't want to study anymore, I want just to look for a job and stay here in Cyprus. So I don't want this to happen.
You didn't ever ask for a job, yes? Because you were studying, or?
Well, no, I did work.
You did?
Yes.
Where?
I did work everywhere. I did work in agriculture, I did work...
Just for extra money, you mean?
Well, sometimes you need money. I mean, the Cypriot students that they have been studying abroad, they know about the situation. And I have lots of Cypriots that they have been studying abroad, and they are telling me about their stories. Even if they were in the States, their parents, they were sending them money, but at the same time, they needed the money.
Of course, yes.
Because the money you get from your parents sometimes is not enough. At the same time, there are some students that their parents are very rich. I mean, they don't need to work to get extra money. For example, I know students that they are getting 40,000 or 50,000 a year. Do they need to work? Of course they don't. And I was working to support myself financially, and also I was working for experience. Because when you work, it's not just to get money, but also for experience.
Για σχόλια και παρατηρήσεις μπορείτε να επικοινωνείτε μαζί μας στην ηλεκτρονική διεύθυνση η Κύπρος κοντά σας. Φίλο μου, μου, γεια και χαρά σας. Το πράσινο αναβαθμίζει την ποιότητα ζωής των πολιτών. Έχοντας αυτό υπόψη, ο Δήμος Λευκωσίας φιλοδοξεί να καταστήσει την πρωτεύουσα πνεύμονα πρασίνου. Επίσης, στη σημερινή εκπομπή θα ασχοληθούμε με το ερευνητικό κέντρο ΣΕΡ, όπου διεξάγεται το μεγαλύτερο πείραμα που αφορά το σύμπαν και τη δημιουργία του. Σε αυτό το μεγάλο εγχείρημα συμμετέχει και η Κύπρος μέσω του Πανεπιστημίου. Ακόμα η ζωή στην Κύπρο ενός νεαρού φοιτητή από το Μαρόκο. Ας κάνουμε όμως αρχή με το πράσινο στη Λευκωσία και την υπηρεσία κήπων. Να σας πούμε απλώς ότι από το 1992 μέχρι σήμερα η υπηρεσία κήπων φύτεψε σε πάρκα και πεζοδρόμια στη Λευκωσία περισσότερα από 60.000 δέντρα.